I'm Todd Grisham, and we are live here at the one-of-a-kind Empire Fight Camp. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. First up, we have Juan Manuel Marquez, 170 centimeters tall with an identical 170 centimeters reach. And he'll be up against Saul Canelo Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179.
We'll be talking about this fight for years to come. This is one of those classic fights that everybody wants to see.
Juan Manuel. Saul Canelo.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds.
An open-air outdoor stage. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. So much firepower here. That counter punch caught him clean. There's a counter shot. Right uppercut can't find a home. That counter punch caught him clean. It is a sunny and hot day, and yes, we're outside, Johnny. No air conditioning or air con, as you say in the UK.
This is taking boxing back to its roots. Outside, where you've got the crowd there, you can hear everything. You've got the breeze of the wind. You've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire. They're on fire in the ring.
There's a counter shot. Tough to be a judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. The straight right just misses. Counter shot lands. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally. And there's the bell for round 2. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Good counter punch. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched.
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped. How are they still standing?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. That could never happen.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Counter punching. Both men step back for just a moment. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. about Marquez in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the...
He completely switched up.
And there's the bell to start round 3. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. A perfect counter shot. It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And that jab just missed with the left hand. This is a high-octane battle. A perfect counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of defense here at all. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. That was the moment.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges.
And there's the bell for round 5. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We wanted action, and they are delivering. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, four, five, six. Give me your ball.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, then he's out of there.
I've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
The straight right just misses. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the rope.
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. They say no one.
Back on the job.
This is the beginning of round 6. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
How about that time counter shot? Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Let me explain to you about a fast fight that's got hand speed and footwork.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Canelo in serious. What an upset here as Alvarez goes down. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2.
Clearly, his opponent was too much for him, and he's thrown in the towel. Well, the corner has thrown in the...